Welcome to Coffee Chats with Klaas. I'm CJ Klaas of Klaas Financial, and today I'm here with Nate Brybe, Certified Financial Planner, to discuss Roth Conversions and where they make sense. Nate, first, please explain the difference between pre-tax and Roth retirement accounts.
Sure. Pre-tax retirement accounts allow individuals to contribute funds before they pay income taxes on their earnings. Pre-tax accounts can be in the form of 401k, 403b, 457, IRA, etc. Funds in these accounts grow tax-deferred and are not taxed until distributed. This includes contributions, money you have invested, any earnings making the accounts fully taxable when distributed. Roth accounts, on the other hand, operate essentially in reverse. Roth contributions are made with after-tax dollars and therefore tax-free when distributed if certain conditions are met, including any earnings.
So the next logical question would be, what's the best for me?
The ideal way to save is to defer taxes when you're in higher income tax brackets and pay taxes when you're in lower income tax brackets. For example, today there are 7 tax brackets ranging from 10% to 37%. So someone in the 24% may choose to contribute to a pre-tax retirement account if they expect to be in the 12% bracket in retirement.
So where do Roth conversions come into play in all of this?
Roth conversions, which are different from Roth contributions, allow individuals to convert pre-tax retirement money into Roth accounts. It is important to note that this can be done at any age and without the 10% early withdrawal penalty. This would mean paying income taxes on the converted amount in the tax year of these conversions. This would essentially mean paying taxes sooner than you need to. Why would you do that? As we mentioned before, pre-tax retirement accounts are fully taxable when distributed, whether that be to you or if your spouse or children inherit the money. You cannot control that it is taxable, but what you can control to some extent is what tax rate you pay on these funds. It does help to view tax brackets more as tax buckets, which can be filled up annually, but then are emptied at the end of every year. If you notice you are in a lower tax bracket due to starting a new business, starting a family, or a spouse retiring, it may be wise to accelerate some income via a Roth conversion to fill up a lower tax bracket.
Who may be a good candidate for Roth conversions?
A few things come to mind here. The first would be someone who has just retired and may not have yet claimed Social Security or their pension and has a large retirement account. Think $500,000 to $1 million plus, and plenty of cash or non-qualified investments to live off for a few years. This person could utilize their lower tax bracket to accelerate income at a lower rate today than where they may be after they claim their pensions, Social Security, and are subject to RMDs. A second factor that we haven't addressed yet would be how to pay the tax on the Roth conversion. While some may know you could withhold the tax directly from the converted amount, this is not the most tax-efficient way. That is because you will have less money actually going into the Roth account due to withholding the money for taxes. Ideally, we like to see our clients to pay this tax from the bank accounts, thereby allowing the full conversion amount to be placed in the Roth account. Bearing that in mind, someone with a fair amount of cash at the bank would be a good candidate for Roth conversions.
What if someone wants to leave assets to children or grandchildren? Does a Roth conversion make sense for them?
Yes, an individual who has a legacy goal to leave tax-favored money to their children may be a good candidate for Roth conversions. This is especially true with the recent passing of the Secure Act. This law requires non-spousal beneficiaries and beneficiaries more than 10 years younger than the owner to fully distribute the inherited money within 10 calendar years after the death of the owner.
So if I think a Roth conversion makes sense for me, how much should I convert?
This is certainly the tricky part, as we are making assumptions as to what future tax rates may be. Yet while viewers may recall how significantly marginal tax brackets can change, effective tax rates tend to hold fairly steady. Your effective tax rate is your total tax after credits divided by your total income. These effective tax rates have fluctuated over time and increased slightly, but in a much narrower range than marginal brackets. This is because Congress tends to change deductions and credits as they move around marginal brackets. It is important to note that there are no limits to how much you can convert each year at any age. As a starting point, it will be a good idea to work with your financial planner or accountant to run tax projections based on your sources of retirement income. This can then be compared to your projected tax bracket when you turn 72, which is when required minimum distributions begin. RMDs will force individuals to pull money out of their pre-tax retirement accounts to pay tax. If you notice a large difference in tax brackets from these projections, Roth conversions may make sense. This is known as tax arbitrage and can be accomplished by deploying a bracket optimization strategy. As a rule of thumb, consider conversions to fill the 10% and the 12% brackets. This may, however, tax more of your Social Security. Large Roth conversions could also subject you to higher Medicare premiums known as IRMA, or net investment income tax. Basically, Roth conversions are a don't try this at home strategy. Professional guidance is strongly advised.
Great, and thank you for your time today, Nate.